Chapter 10 Vow of Undiscovery. After lunch, Grizz, Panda, and Icebell took Carla and Amy to the bell tower where Dara and his wife Sophia are at. They've texted them that they took care of the flight tickets to Toronto and their passports, but before they headed to the Bear's Cave, they agreed to have them appear by the bell tower where the wedding took place. I really found it cute that you three became the best bears, Carla smiled. It was a great wedding if you'd been there, Grizz replied. Granted, there were problems before that, but the less said about that, the better, Panda added. Icebell remembers Sophia saving Daryl's life thanks to Sophia Wayne's, Icebell added. Wow, I can't believe the only wedding we've been together, Amy looked at her sister, didn't have that. It's not him giving her angel wings. She actually saved his life when he fell from the top of the bell tower. Panda pointed on the top of the bell tower. It still feels like she was an angel from the way you described it, Carla replied. As they walked past the bell tower, Dara and Sophia were waiting. For here, Grizz called, getting their attention. Bears, Dara and Sophia called as the bears and his guests walked up to them. Really appreciate you coming over before coming to your place, Dara smiled. Big time. Almost everyone is there right now, Panda responded. There's gonna be a party there just like the one here. A really big get-together, Sophia commented. Still found it mind-blowing that there's a lot of people going to Canada. It feels bizarre. No problem with that. I've checked online and there's a huge hotel for all of us to sleep in, Grizz replied. Icebell's confident that a hotel in Canada will allow 4 times our group to sleep in, Icebell said. I don't think it'll be 5 stars, but it won't be lower than 3 stars, Panda added. It won't be a problem for us, Daryl replied as he turned around with his car parked in the back. All of his and Sophia's luggage are inside. Our families helped us pack our things this morning. Everything today was ludicrous. I'm just looking forward to our first ever vacation together, Sophia smiled. What are you two planning when we arrive in Toronto in the morning? Amy wondered. We're thinking of giving Toronto a chance. We're gonna be tourists like every other person from outside of Canada. Daryl wasn't against the idea, but on the other hand, he had other thoughts upon looking up Canada. With how huge the place is, he wished he and the group had privileges when it came to flight transportation. Is there a problem, Daryl? Grizz took notice. Nothing, he responded. No, actually, he's been quiet ever since we did our errands today, Sophia said as she turned to her husband. It's gonna be a great time in Toronto. It'll be amazing. Yes, it will, but I'm expecting something else in Canada. He looked straight at the bears, Carla, and Amy to give them his answer. I wanted us, he turned to Sophia, to go to Quebec City. Quebec City? Yes. When I looked up the place, I love the location so much, it feels more romantic. How far away is Quebec City from Toronto? I'll look it up. Carla took out her phone. Toronto's like Canada's #1 city there. There's a lot we can do there, Grizz smiled. Amanda told me those romantic restaurants there. You might go to one of them, Panda added. Yeah, Toronto still has great food when restaurants come to mind, Amy smiled. I'm never against it. Everything's gonna be great. I just wished we could explore beyond the lands. That makes an adventure really atmospheric, Daryl replied. That would mean a lot for me. When Carla typed in the car transportation from Toronto to Quebec, she flinched, getting the attention of everyone. You're not gonna like this. She showed everyone the screen on her phone. It takes almost 8 hours to get there by car. Ugh, Panda flinched. Icebell feels of 5 hours plus transportation. Icebell commented. Sorry, Daryl. Grizz turned back to Daryl. You might as well find something else to do in Toronto. Yeah, I was afraid how far away it would be. Daryl placed his hands on his hips while he turned around. I do want to come, but with everything happening for nearly 24 hours, I had some other ideas in mind. He then looked away from the group, standing on the spot where he and Sophia got married. He did reminisce about the memory, but he knew his responsibility with his wife. Daryl, if this is about you vowing for my happiness, you don't have to try hard. Sophia walked up to Daryl with the group behind her. Quebec City is really promising, and going to Canada is a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. But Toronto's the only place we can go to. If it was somewhere else, would we go to Toronto? Panda added. No, Daryl guessed. No, we would all want to go, but this isn't a road trip. There's a lot going on in Toronto, so why not make the best of it? Sophia guessed. Daryl didn't do any research of Toronto unlike his wife. He wanted to take her advice, but on the other hand, he doesn't know where to start. Everyone who's going there at least has one thing they're gonna do. I didn't get to do that when I went on field trips during childhood in school, but now I can't vow on that. Carla and Amy looked at each other after hearing Daryl. Despite them never going to his wedding, they're aware he's become more concerned about what he's gonna do to impress his wife. Daryl, Carla walked up to him with Amy by her side. To fill you in, I just met my sister Amy after such a long time, and we had plans. Separately before we reunited, Amy replied. I'm still willing to help out Chloe with her essay, but us together, we also don't know where to start. It is true. Carla stood to the right, next to Daryl, while Amy stood to the left. I found the discovery in Canada is not gonna be the entirety of the country for adventure. It's the memories that count. Our memories as sisters will be extraordinary. So what advice should I take from this? Daryl asked. Expect the extraordinary coming your way, Sophia chimed in as she walked up to her husband. I'm sure if you can't find something I like, maybe it'll find you, or even us. Daryl thought about the possibilities when his life wasn't anything other than ordinary. He's aware Toronto won't be the city of dreams, however, neither is Quebec City. But it is possible that the extraordinary will make things better for him and his wife. It won't happen soon, but this does happen to us a lot, Panda replied. The best thing you can do is join us in the meantime. I do enjoy traveling, so I'm sure there's always gonna be a big group if they're coming along with you, Daryl smiled. Trust me, it's gonna be a blast to meet more bears when we go to the forests of Canada, Grizz replied. That's what's been on my mind since yesterday. There are gonna be a ton of bears there, so we don't want to miss that, Sophia commented. That's something that'll get my mind blown, Daryl replied. It's the undiscovery in Canada I should focus on when I'm ready. Be ready all the time. It's not easy, but not hard either. Sophia took Daryl to his car. We'll meet you by your cave. Get to know others there while you're at it, Grizz said. Daryl and Sophia hopped inside the car, turning it on as they made their way to the Bears' cave. Is there anywhere you three need to be? Carla wondered. No, we're going straight to our place. There was one more thing to do there, and that's Ranger tapes and the Poppy Rangers. Lucy joined in to help, but it's for a demonstration for the Poppy Rangers on the skills for Canada, Panda added. Hey, how's Griff, Tom, and Isaac? Carlo replied. They're also where Ranger Tapes and the others are at. They'll be by the cave once they're done, Grizz answered. Icebell's ready for tonight, Icebell commented. Hey, what about Lana? Panda remembered. Icebell then remembered that ever since she agreed to come over, she texted her that she'll come by the cave before the afternoon. But knowing Daryl, she isn't the only one trying to get to know others she hasn't met. Icebell predicts she's making friends. Should we check on her before meeting Ranger Tapes? We should, Grizz replied while turning to Carla and Amy. We'll meet you tonight by the cave. Okay, Amy responded. We would join you, but the reunion's still over our heads, Carla commented. You need your space. Get yourselves occupied by our cave, Panda smiled. The group makes their way from the bell tower to their last destination for the night. Icebell still wonders how Lana's taking it upon joining the group, but he hopes she's getting along with everyone who's there, even though he's aware she's not the friend type.